Good day, everyone. I trust everyone is having a great Sunday and then you had a phenomenal week. Looking on the future of the market, this is the dollar index I'm analyzing right now, aka the DXY. I'm looking it on the daily time frame currently. So if you followed up on the strategy, uh, I posted my strategy. I uploaded a video of the best forex pairs, and then I taught you guys my strategy. I talked about my strategy, which is the top down bottom up strategy. So here I didn't want to waste more time, and then I already activated my strategy and put on my tools. So as I'm currently looking at the dollar, this coming week, there's an event of the federal interest rates decision, and then I'm anticipating, as the news are predicting and analysts they say, the federal interest rates could raise rates by 0.75 percent or 50 basis points. That's what they are currently saying. So without any further ado, uh, looking on the dollar index on the daily time frame, I have this high up, this high here, which was a potential resistance or supply that was broken out of by the market, and then we had an impulse. We had an impulse from this zone, and then we had a pullback or correction, and then we had a continuation with a breakout continuation. So this is what we had. So right now I'm currently anticipating a pullback to probably the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement level. 38.2 Fibonacci retracement level. That's where I'm currently looking for potential bounce or pullback. Then we take the buy positions. We take the buy positions from this zone or this zone. Usually I give myself two opportunities. If the market fails to respect this zone, this is where I try. Firstly, I take a first opportunity to buy, anticipating the market to go to the upside. If it fails, I can always be wrong. I buy and I have my stop loss set below price, and then sometimes it fails and then drops to the downside. Though I don't trade the dollar index. This is just a fiat currency that I analyze in order to predict where the next dollar movements will go. So I'll just fill you up on that right now. As I'm saying, I'll take the next opportunities from this low, targeting the high at 109.10, right there, 109.10, and then also the second high, the first opportunity on the 38.2% retracement level, after or potentially getting a looking at the candlesticks to confirm my entry, and then waiting probably for reversal patterns like head and shoulders on the smaller time frames. You understand? For me, I'm a swing trader. Okay, that's the high. So with the dollar index, I use it for pair correlation. You understand? I don't trade the dollar index. I use it for pair correlation. So when the USD declines, sells, as you can see right now, that for the previous week the dollar index was selling, was on a negative. So when the the dollar index sells, euro USD buys, because of the base currency. You understand? When the code, when the dollar dollar index declines, the euro USD buys, the GBPUSD buys, or is bullish. Gold is bullish. You understand? The pairs that end with USD, they buy. When the dollar index is negative, the pairs that end with USD, they buy, and the pairs that start with USD, like USDJPY, USD CAD, they sell when the dollar index is negative. You understand? So let me clear this. So that's pair correlation. Don't forget pair correlation. When the dollar index is negative, when the dollar index declines, euro USD buys, gold USD buys, pound USD buys. So check this out. Check this, ne? The dollar index declined. For this week, the dollar index declined. Look at the euro USD. The euro USD bought. The euro USD bought for that week. That's pair correlation. But I don't look at euro USD and on euro USD I see a bullish, potential bullish, and then I already anticipate that the dollar index will be bullish. No, I anticipate from the dollar index so that I can trade successfully the euro USD or the pound USD or the USDJPY. I hope you get that drill. So for the broker, I use multiple brokers in order for diversification purposes. This is also one of the brokers that I use, hot forex markets. Go make your research, check the reports, check the financials, and yeah, you can tell me what you think about the broker in the comments. It's a good broker. I've been using it for quite some time. So with the dollar index, we got an impulse, retest, continuation, breakout of the supply zone. So now we are looking for potential pullbacks from this low 38.2. If it fails to buy from here, we're going to buy from 102.0 dollar region. So remember, when the dollar index buys, euro USD sells. You understand? Pound USD sells. When the dollar index buys or the dollar index is bullish, USDJPY is bullish as well. USD is bullish as well. Don't forget that. That is pair correlation. Go back test and understand the correlation, or make some more research. Okay, let me look on the daily. Let me clear this. Okay, let me look at on the dollar index on the smaller time frames. Let me look at it on the smaller time frames. So we have a minor consolidation right here. You have a minor consolidation right there. The market even attempted as a breakout. You understand? The DO theory says when price breaks the previous low, it's a change of direction. So it already opened for sales. You understand? So now what we'll be looking for is further downside on the dollar index, and then this means euro USD will be buying, pound USD will be buying, gold USD will be buying, and then USDJPY will be selling. USD CAD will be selling. You understand? I hope you get me. Let me look at it on the 1 hour time frame. Okay, to the euro USD, the daily chart. I spoke about the dollar index. I spoke about the euro USD the past week, and I spoke about the pound as well as USDJPY. If you go back and watch the previous analysis, probably if you got the analysis correctly at time, you could have made profits, because this exactly what I anticipated. 90% of it outplayed. So with the dollar index looking to pull back further, awaiting the federal interest rates decision, for me this means something like this could happen. As I said, when the dollar index, sorry, which one is this? The daily. Okay, I count 5 days back. This day is closed. 1 2 3 4 5. That's where I plot my horizontal line. Okay, so with the dollar index as a negative for the coming week and this week that we are on, I'm anticipating further downside for the further weakness for the dollar index before we buy on the demand zone. Yes, so on the euro USD, the euro USD will be bullish. So something like that could happen. The euro USD will be bullish, and then from there a potential pullback, even a continuation to the upside. Maybe from there that's when we'll be looking to take our long sells based on the dollar index standpoint, where we'll be selling on the dollar index, we'll be buying on the demand zone, and then on the Euro USD we are selling on the supply zone. You understand? The dollar index, as I've said, it has been on a downtrend for quite some time. For months and weeks it has been on a downtrend. So right now we're looking for potential impulse, correction, continuation to retest the previous supply, and then from there we take potential sells to the downside, long sells, long swings, same as this, we just decline. You understand? From here we take sells. This is what I'm anticipating. So guys, I hope you get what I'm saying, and you understand my analysis. You can you can say what you want to say on the comments, and then you can show me your points and views. Let's talk about it. I might be wrong. That's why I use proper risk management. You must always have a stop loss on your trades. Don't risk money that you don't afford to lose. You understand? Investing is risky. Make sure, guys, you don't fall for scammers on the comments. There are people I saw talking about Bitcoin, talking about that and that. Just if you haven't made your research, make your research, and there are proper platforms to invest, and then use those platforms. Don't just take any word from any person on the comments. Okay? So looking at it on the smaller time frame, this is what I have. I also have a minor correction, as I have a minor correction as well on the dollar index. So with my experience, I've noticed that the dollar index is more respecting the Euro USD is the one that is mostly respecting the nature of the dollar index. Or you understand, 95% of the movement on the dollar index happens also on the Euro USD compared to the pound USD and the USDJPY. Before the pound USD, the Euro USD is the top one that moves relatively to the dollar index. You understand? On the USDJPY and the USD CAD, the movement will happen firstly on the dollar index, and then it will happen later, maybe after few hours, 3 to 4 hours